What's going on, everyone? Today's a bit different of a video. I'm going to be talking about some advice that I would give for smaller or people with smaller collections. And I'm sorry this isn't that high effort of a video. I'm currently on vacation right now. I won't be back until Sunday evening, so you probably won't get a live stream or anything then. I might do a live tomorrow, but chances are that's probably not going to be the case since I'm going to be so busy these next few days. So whenever you're getting this, Wednesday, Thursday, I just hope that you can watch it and enjoy it. And that's my goal, is to give good advice with this. So let's get right into it. So for people who have smaller collections, I think obviously if you've seen my channel, you know that I have a big collection, figuratively and literally. I think that's my biggest thing in terms of what I have to offer, is I have a large amount of figures that I can talk about and can give good opinions on, and can give, I have experienced pretty much every mold Hasbro has to offer over the past 4 years, in terms of mainline stuff. So, I have a good idea of what to expect when it comes to Transformers. Now, if you're trying to be like that, I'm going to give you some advice on how you can get there. Now, again, I've built up my collection over years, so this isn't something that you're going to get done in a day or a month unless you're trying to spend a lot of money. And in most cases, people with smaller collections don't have a lot of money to fork out. So here's how you can get the biggest collection and the most enjoyable collection without spending a ton of money. Now, my first and biggest thing is don't get a remold / repaint. That's basically taking your money. That's basically just taking your money. I only have $1 bill in here. That's kind of sad. And just throwing it away. Like, you might as well not even have had the money, because you're just getting the same thing you already own. Now, you're trying to build up a big... Hold on, let me pick this up. Now, you're trying to build up a bigger collection, and you're trying to experience different molds. And to do that, you actually have to buy different molds and not the same thing. All right? It might be a great mold, don't get me wrong. But if you're trying to experience new things, there's no reason to buy the same thing over and over again, especially when it comes to deluxes and Voyagers. 2 deluxes is $52 now, believe it or not. So, those prices are crazy. So just be mindful of what you're buying. Don't get repaints and remolds. You might notice that the big guys have lots of repaints and remolds, but that's because, like me, I have a lot of repaints / remolds. That's because I have a lot of molds. I have a lot of molds, so I've experienced pretty much everything. But for a smaller collector who hasn't experienced these molds, it's not smart with your money. It's better to buy something new and something more enjoyable that you haven't experienced, and something that you can find joy in, instead of something that you've already found joy in. All right? I'm not saying don't do it at all, but I'm just saying shy away from it, because that's just not a good buying thing to do if you're trying to build up your collection. The next thing, and arguably tied for the most important, but also second most important, creaky chair, holy cow. Okay, of course it's not creaking now. Okay, so don't rush to buy figures. You might be confused on what I'm talking about. I've fallen for this several times. Don't scramble to find a new figure, because chances are you're gonna find it for a good price later down the line. This might be for a vintage figure on eBay too. You might see Studio Series Blitzwing on eBay for $85. Don't buy that. That's not gonna help, because here's the thing. You don't buy that. Let's say you keep checking, you just consistently check. You don't have to check for Blitzwing. You can actually search up, this is a little off topic, but you can actually search up Transformers lot, And chances are there could be somebody who doesn't know exactly what they're selling and selling it for super cheap, maybe missing a few parts, but you're willing to settle for about $50 cheaper if you're going to get it for like $30 and not as complete. And now you have $50 extra to get more figures so you can experience more molds. You see where I'm going with this? So don't rush to buy things, because I've fallen for this too. I rushed to get Sludge from Studio Series, and he's shelf warming all over the place. I rushed to get Dragon Megatron, and now he's $34.99 at Target. And of course, all of this is in hindsight, so I wouldn't have known that. But just be patient and wise. Now, some things like that you know for a fact that are selling out, and you think that there's no other way you're getting this, think about it, be patient. But also, like in the case of 86 Swoop, yeah, you should probably pre-order that, because of course, last time I bought of the team, that's going to sell like that. So yeah, that's probably one of the biggest things that I would do. Other things that I would do as a small collector is, again, go back to those Transformers lots, all right? Chances are, once again, that you can find somebody selling a decent lot, say 5 figures for, say, $100. You're paying 20 each. Now, those could be figures that some complete, some not as complete, but you're still experiencing more molds. Now, do your research, make sure it's complete to the ability of enjoyability. You really want it to be complete, but again, you really want to find that person who doesn't really know exactly what they're selling. I know it sounds wrong, but that's just how it is. That's what I did with Animated Prowl. That's what I did with even Animated Blitzwing. I got that thing for like $40, which was awesome. I don't remember exactly how much I paid for it, but you get the idea. So go on find those lots that give you good value. Understand the value of what you're buying. Even if, let's say you go in store and you find Bumblebee Movie Wheeljack retailing for $24.99 at Walmart. You can go on eBay. I've seen this thing go for $12, $7 plus shipping, of course. $7. Don't rush it, man. Don't rush it. All right? Don't rush it, because figures, you really want to check the real value of a figure. eBay is a great place. Another thing that I would recommend, not all people might agree with this, is going to places like AliExpress. I've had nothing but good experiences with AliExpress. I just want to say that. If you've had a bad experience, I'm sorry. But I've had nothing but good experiences. So there are really cheap Transformers on there, really cheap molds, really great figures that I didn't even know existed, but I've found there and I'm very happy. So just go through that. And there's it's such a good way to get budget Transformers. Try to find things that are free shipping and that are trusted sellers, because it's just like eBay. You want to find a trusted seller. Another thing, and probably my final bit of advice, because I'm going a little long here for your attention span, I bet, is do your research, all right? So do your research. See, A, do other people think that it's worth the money? B, do you think it's good? C, is it exactly what you expect it to be? And is it, does it seem good quality? And so you have to take all of these things into account. And of course, you have to know availability of this figure. Do you think it could potentially go down in price in the future? Again, with him and with him. So you just have to take all of these things into account, because this is all of these things. If you do all these steps and you're patient, over the next few years, your collection is going to balloon up. I guarantee it. It's what I did. That's how I did that. Of course, other things are going to happen, money, how to get money. That's a whole nother thing. But I'm just talking about, without even talking about money, on a budget, you don't have to spend that much money to do this. Or if you just have the money, you're saving up for your figures, so on and so forth. So if you find this helpful, let me know down in the comments. If you didn't find this helpful, then let me know too. I'd like to know what I could do better, and all that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little sit down thing. I don't really know if I'll do it again. You guys let me know again. But yeah, that being said, I hope you enjoyed this little bit, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.